In this video, I'll show you an easy, affordable way to make trees. These fake trees can be used as party decor, props for school plays, or whatever you want. I'll show you step by step how to make them here on Brainstorm Events. For materials, you will need some cardboard. I gathered some free empty boxes from my local Dollar Tree. Choose your favorite greenery picks. Any kind is fine because trees come in endless varieties. I mixed some boxwood with some eucalyptus stems. Now this part is key. The tree is made from a jumbo pool noodle, the ones that cost about $3.25. Not the regular skinny ones, those are still $1.25, but you want the jumbo because it'll stand up by itself and it's still very lightweight. When you flatten your boxes to cut your cardboard, it's okay if it has dents or imperfections because no two trees are identical. And besides, imperfections add character. Now I will show you how to create the first layer of tree bark texture. Simply take your box cutter and slice some wiggly lines. Just score the cardboard, but don't slice all the way through to the other side. Then you're just going to make some random slices. Short ones, long ones, it doesn't matter. There's really no way to mess this up. After you make all of your cuts, the cardboard becomes more pliable and easy to roll. And as you begin to shape it, the slices will open up a bit. That's what you want. Now hot glue your tree bark to the tree. The hot glue sticks very well to the cardboard and to the pool noodle. When your pool noodle is completely wrapped in cardboard, cut some smaller pieces of cardboard in different shapes and sizes to create the second layer of texture on the tree bark. Then hot glue them over any seams and holes until you like how it looks. Repeat the same process to make little tree limbs. You can make them any size you want to, long or short, thick or thin. Just cut one end on an angle to connect it to the tree with some hot glue. Now that the tree is formed, you can dry fit your greenery stems to see where you want to place the branches. I didn't glue my greenery because I wanted to be able to reuse the stems for other projects. They're just resting in those little limbs. But you can fill your tree to be as full or as sparse as you see fit. If it's spring or fall, maybe your tree doesn't have that many leaves on it. But if it's summer, maybe your tree would be nice and full of leaves. Even though the tree stands up by itself, I wanted to give it a little more stability with a base. So I took some foam board and cut it into an organic shape. Then I cut 3 or 4 smaller pieces like this to look like tree roots. You'll also want to make these in different sizes so that they will look more natural. Just make sure that you have 2 flat edges to hot glue one side to the tree and the other side to the foam board base. Now it's time to paint. Uh-oh, I thought I had some brown paint, but I guess I used it all. So I remembered, if I mix all the colors that I do have together, guess what? You get brown paint. This will hold me over until I get to the store to buy some more paint. But man, it drives me crazy to start a project and then I have to put it on pause because I ran out of some materials. It just messes up my whole flow. Is anybody else like that? Once I start, I am so excited to just finish it. Anyway, don't worry about filling in all the cracks with paint. you can let some of the original cardboard colors show through. This is where it really starts to look like tree bark. Now I don't want the tree bark to look one-dimensional or just kind of flat looking, so I grabbed another color, like maybe some lighter gray, and I just started randomly brushing that on so that I could catch some of those lifted areas, maybe highlight some of the pieces that are popping out, and just give it a little bit more dimension. This is how my first tree turned out. It's almost 3 feet tall, standing on the floor. I cut the pool noodle in half to make tabletop trees, but you could certainly leave the pool noodle whole to make taller trees. I ended up making 4 trees total, mainly focusing on getting that tree bark to look realistic. I was pretty pleased with how it came out, but what do you think? Was it easy enough that you would make it too? In order to purchase an artificial tree this size, it would probably be around $45, but we made it for pennies on the dollar. If this is helpful to you, press the thumbs up button. And I wouldn't be mad if you hyped this video to reach more viewers. Now don't click off yet, stick around, and I'm going to show you what else you can make using this same technique. I had an idea that I wanted to make a campfire. So I cut the pool noodles down to even smaller pieces to make them into logs. I capped off the top and the bottom with a piece of foam board. And to make the production go even faster, I opted for spray paint this time, in 2 different shades of brown for dimension. I thought it would be cool to have some logs displayed on the tables of the baby shower, so I made a few extra. All of these pieces came from just 1 pool noodle, so this is a very budget-friendly craft project. The last step in making the logs is to paint the end caps to make them look like freshly cut lumber. Any kind of creamy color paint will do. I just happen to have this matte paint on hand. But here you can maybe look at a picture of a wood slice and try to mimic the design. I was just experimenting with some couple of different colors and using some tools to see if I could get the texture and the design to look as close to a piece of wood as possible. But just experiment, have some fun, play around with it until it looks right to you. So these are the finished logs. I was very pleased with how they came out. I love the bark texture and I love how easy it was to make them. They're super lightweight and I can see myself using these for many future parties and events. You could use these on a rustic buffet table instead of using real logs. With real logs, you might be concerned about insects crawling near your food. Ooh, and what about this? Don't be surprised if you see me make a whole entire log cabin one day. It would just be me and my imagination running wild. So my campfire idea went from this to this. This is how I set it up at the venue at the baby shower. A conversation area complete with a fake fire. The electric fire machine is from Amazon. If you're interested in buying it, I will leave a link for you in my Amazon store. But yeah, it was so much fun to create an interactive area for the guests to enjoy. The baby shower theme was Winnie the Pooh and Woodland Baby theme combined. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to watch it after this one to see all of the rustic decorations, the treat table, the party favors, and more. I think you will really enjoy it. And I really hope you enjoyed watching this video to learn how to make trees and logs. If so, remember to press the like button, share, subscribe, and come back again to get more decorating inspiration for your next special event. I'm Steph Storm. Thanks for watching.